you're okay, but what was going through your mind when you saw yourself just careening towards the sand trap?
Not going to stop. So I just braced myself. I mean, you know, what can I do?
I saw your reaction when you just saw your car.
Well, you're just along for the ride. I mean, I've been in the sand before, but hell, I've never crashed before. Sorry about my language.
Pentagon, watch this moment in round 1 against Tom Hoover. Pentagon wins the race, pulls the parachute, and all of a sudden is thrown forward out of the roll cage. His helmet hits the windshield. What happened?
Surprised the heck out of me. I hit the chutes, and apparently the belts or something didn't hold me back, and I got a little disconfigured because I wound up like in the dash somehow. So I think we'll be okay. I thought there was a little backfire or something, but apparently things seem to be okay, and I'll be all right. We'll make it to the next round.
Steve, we're extremely happy that you're okay, and you hopped out and you still wanted to know if you won the round. Was there any warning?
No, there was no warning. I mean, I felt the thing actually drop the tire or whatever happened and just make a hard left, and then it's just hit the wall and scoot me to the other side. Bottom line, good Lord was looking after me, and hardest thing about the whole deal is my mom and dad coming down here. But, and all my guys, you know, we're family. We got another race car. We're going to get it out and see if we can make it up for the next round. And good Lord looked after us, kept us safe there. Hell, Texas boys, we just keep going.
Now, the good news is the Matt Smith was okay. Got up, walked away from that one. And then he talked with Gary Gerald.
First thing he asks as he got over here, what did go? Well, you're in the show with a 98. The important thing is, how do you feel? Can you tell us what happened?
I went through the lights, and I had no brakes. I had no front brakes, and I kept the clutch out, and I don't know. I don't understand. Had brakes in the burnout. Everything was fine, but no brakes whatsoever. And I put my feet down, and you can see I rubbed the hole in the bottom of my feet.
Check this out. Show us that again here. Wow.
It was starting to get warm, and, you know, just I ran out of real estate. You know, I was debating whether to make the turn, but I didn't want to hit none of this stuff, so I went in the sand.
How many times in your career have you had to lay one down in the gravel?
That's probably the second. The other one was at Reading when I didn't have no brakes, but I went in a lot harder that time. It hurt pretty good.
Well, we're glad you're all right. Hope we'll see you in that next final session.
Thanks.
Afterwards, Gary Gerald asked her what that was like.
Angie, what's it like when you're up there waiting to do your burnout to come down the track and you see your husband and a problem at the far end?
I didn't really know what happened. All I saw was dust at the end of the track and really didn't think it was him. And they told us to cut our bikes off, and then they said, it's Matt. And that's probably the toughest run I've ever made. Seeing my husband lay on the ground, and then they were checking him to make sure he was all right. And I knew I had to put it all behind me and go out there and do my job and go from A to B. And I did. And I mean, we didn't go fast, but you know what? The most important thing is, you know, he's okay. And I want to thank all my sponsors for being here and being behind me, Kaufman Tank Trucks, and everybody that supports me. Thank you.
Watch his helmet taking blow after blow as it settles down. Mike Dunn right now has no idea where he is, but the good news, the almost impossible news, he was A-OK, checked out at the hospital and back at the track.
I just got a sprained left index finger and my knee's a little sore, but other than that, I'm fine.
You had no warning at all?
No, the car was running real well. We had changed, actually we changed the piston. We went tire compression. We were just trying things, and it left real lazy, and then at half track it really started to make a charge, so I thought I'd run her down there and see what it'd run. And I laid down just for an instant and then blew up. I didn't really have time to react, and immediately put oil on my visor, and I couldn't see, and I just reacted to the way the car went.
You appeared to be trying to drive it until it rolled.
Well, actually, what had happened is I was worried about getting into Al Segrini's lane, the person we were racing, and that was my main concern at first. And so, being that I couldn't see, I was just reacting. I was actually probably overcorrecting for the way the car moved, just so that I didn't want to get into his lane. And evidently, what had happened is the motor went over on top of the fuel tank and then went off the side of the tire, and that's what rolled me. I thought I'd went off the side of the track and hit something. That's what rolled me, because it wasn't really that far out of control at that time.
And on the first roll, the roll bar hit as hard as it possibly could have.
Oh yeah, it definitely hit hard. Luckily, nobody home up there, so it didn't hurt me up there any.
It says an awful lot to the men that make the rules.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm living proof of how safe these things are.
John Force, and you said you have no clue why it pulled so far to the left when it blew up. What did you experience inside your funny car?
Well, when it blew up, it was almost like it blew a front tire or something, because it made a hard left and the body was kicked up on it. And so the right side of the body where the parachutes were, I couldn't reach them. So I went for them twice. That's why it was so late getting the chutes out. But man, I've never, all I was worried about was where's Courtney? Did not want to hit that advance car. But I didn't even know we won or anything else. I've never been in the sand. First time.
Leah Pruitt's now been able to talk to her team and process the emotion of what happened. I've heard you explain it to them a couple of times. What happened?
Sure. Well, obviously, of course, we're going up an incredible teammate, and we got an incredibly fast car, and makes a move a little early, and this car's been very reactive, and all of a sudden, one thing I know I'm hauling ass, the next thing I know I'm sky high like I'm flying, and I held on, and I knew that this wasn't going to be good. But honestly, I have to say, and this sounds so weird, the amount of confidence that I had in the car, and I knew what was about to happen, and I've seen every crash that's probably ever been in drag racing, and I prayed and I hung on, slammed back down, and I'm so thankful for the Don Schumacher chassis, for my entire crew, for all the safety, everything that's ever been implemented in Top Fuel for me to be able to walk away. So, man, I don't know, we're definitely going to turn this thing around. This championship chase is not over, but we just a little step back and we'll catapult forward. I know that.
His problems in that run.
Both of the John Force funny cars use an older military-style release on the harness. And Tony, show us what you think happened that almost made you a hood ornament.
Well, I believe that this strap here, when I reached up to hit the parachute level.
The arm restraint strap?
That's correct. When I went up to reach for the lever to hit the chute, this pulled it up here and unlatched the belt. And when the parachutes blossomed, that just threw me right up front.
Actually, it pulls the car out from underneath you, really.
Yeah, it literally did. I mean, it really surprised me, and I think I hit my head, and it was probably more disoriented me more than anything else.
How do you prevent it in the future?
Well, Simpson has actually come up with a Velcro device that keeps us down and just eliminates this strap here from hooking under it. So we're definitely going to go to that next.
Making her Pro Mod debut here this week and made it into round one. But Leah, what happened at the end of that run?
Pretty much I'm just going through the finish line, go to hit my chutes on my steering wheel. They didn't come out. I'm already going for my brake mags off, going for brake, and then I realized they're out when it's way too late. I go up and hit the manual ones, which I'd never done so far in this car. By the time I did it, it was way too late. Tried to drive in, just like Medlin says, when you go into the sand, you go as straight as possible. I was skidding a little bit, and I got up on my side, and I go, here comes the net. The net saved me. Track guys have done a great job of having a good safety equipment down here, but rolled all the way over. I said, please, just let's roll all the way over so I could get out. I'm fine. Not exactly sure what condition the car is in. If the chassis is okay and everything else is all right, we'll see what we have available for round 2 tomorrow. I mean, I was so excited. I was pretty sure I won. I'm grabbing brake, and it's pretty much from a super high to a super low.
You seem fine physically, but what does this do to you mentally as a driver, having just gone through something like that?
Well, there's not much to compare it to. There you go. There's my first real wreck. Mentally, I don't know. I'll tell you in about a couple hours it'll all be okay if we're able to go out for second round. I mean, I'm thankful. I have such an opportunity here with Roger and RotorAge.com to thank, and then this comes out and happens. It's just how you deal with it, and I'm just looking forward to what we can make out of it.
Frustrating now, but lots of positive energy moving forward. Thank you.
Thanks.